Take a deep breath and hold it. Somewhere around the 30-second mark, your body will start to complain. By a minute, for most people, it feels genuinely urgent, a burning pressure in the chest, and a voice in your head screaming that you are about to run out of air. Here is the twist that changes everything. That panic is not your body running out of oxygen. In that moment, you still have plenty. Your body is lying to you, and once you understand why, breath holding stops being scary and becomes one of the strangest tricks your body can do. Start with that urge to breathe, because almost everyone misunderstands it. You would assume the alarm goes off because oxygen is running low. It does not. Your breathing is controlled mainly by the opposite gas, the carbon dioxide your body produces as waste. Special sensors constantly watch your blood, and they are far more sensitive to rising carbon dioxide than to falling oxygen. When you hold your breath, carbon dioxide has nowhere to go, so it builds up fast, and those sensors start shrieking long before oxygen becomes a real problem. The desperate feeling to breathe is a carbon dioxide alarm, not an empty fuel gauge. That single fact is the entire secret of freediving. Divers who hold their breath for many minutes are not born with bigger lungs. Mostly, they have trained their bodies to stay calm as carbon dioxide climbs, so the alarm fires later and quieter. They have learned to ignore the smoke detector long enough to see whether there is actually a fire. Now for the part that sounds made up. The moment your face hits cold water and you hold your breath, an ancient reflex switches on, the same one that lets seals and dolphins dive. It is called the mammalian dive reflex, and you have it too, buried in your wiring from a very distant past. You can prove it to yourself at a kitchen sink. Splash cold water on your face, and your heart will genuinely slow a little, without you doing anything at all. That is why dunking your face in cold water is a real, recommended trick for calming a racing panic attack. You are switching on the diver hidden inside you. The first thing it does is slow your heart. On land, your heart might beat 70 times a minute. Underwater, in a trained freediver, it can fall to 20 or 30. A slower heart burns through oxygen more slowly, so it is stretching your supply. At the same time, the blood vessels in your arms and legs squeeze shut. Your body has decided your fingers and toes can wait. It is pulling blood inward, toward the three organs that cannot: the brain, the heart, and the lungs. You are being rationed from the inside. Then comes the strangest move of all. Your spleen, a small organ most people forget they own, contracts and squeezes a reserve of red blood cells out into your bloodstream, like a pit crew handing you an extra fuel can mid-race. Those fresh cells raise how much oxygen your blood can carry by around 5 to 10%. Your body was quietly holding a backup tank the whole time, and only now does it open it. Put all of that together and the numbers stop sounding human. An untrained person usually gives up well before 90 seconds. But the world record for holding your breath on a single lungful of air, no tricks, stands at 11 minutes and 35 seconds, set back in 2009 and still unbeaten. And if you are allowed to breathe pure oxygen first to load up, one diver stayed under for over 29 minutes. Same basic body as yours, same reflex, just trained to trust it. So if the burning feeling is only a carbon dioxide alarm, could you just push past it and hold your breath until something bad happens? This is where your body stops being clever and starts being dangerous. And it is worth understanding because people die from getting this wrong. There is a deadly trick hidden in the science we just covered. Some swimmers, wanting to hold their breath longer, take a series of fast, deep breaths first. It feels like loading up on oxygen. What it actually does is flush the carbon dioxide out of your blood before you even start. Remember, carbon dioxide is your alarm. Blow it away and you have disabled the smoke detector. Now you can swim underwater feeling totally calm, while your oxygen quietly drains to nothing. There is no warning, no burning, no panic. You simply black out underwater. It is called shallow water blackout, and it kills strong, healthy swimmers every year, precisely because they felt fine. That is the key to the whole story. Your sense of when to breathe is not measuring the thing that can actually harm you. It is measuring a stand-in. Usually the two rise together and the alarm saves your life. Fool the alarm and the safety system is blind. Before that point, though, your body does not go quietly. As the carbon dioxide keeps climbing, your diaphragm starts to twitch and jerk on its own. Hard, involuntary contractions that feel like your chest is trying to breathe without your permission. Freedivers call this the struggle phase, and they train to stay calm through it. Push even further and control starts to slip. Some divers surface shaking, unable to steady their own hands for a few seconds, a state nicknamed the samba. These are all your body's escalating attempts to make you breathe, each one louder than the last. What happens if oxygen truly does run out? Your brain is the greediest organ you own, burning a fifth of your oxygen while weighing almost nothing. So the brain feels it first. Judgment fogs, vision narrows, and then, to protect itself, the brain does something almost merciful. It switches you off. You lose consciousness. And here's the reassuring part for anyone just holding their breath on dry land. You physically cannot hold your breath until you die. The moment you black out, your conscious control switches off with you. That screaming reflex takes over, and your body simply breathes. Your willpower was never in charge of that final decision. Your brainstem was. Which is also why some people are just built for this. Off the coast of Southeast Asia live the Bajau, often called sea nomads, who have spent countless generations diving on a single breath to hunt and gather. Scientists studying them found something remarkable written into their bodies. The Bajau have evolved noticeably larger spleens than their neighbors. Remember, the spleen is the organ that dumps that extra dose of oxygen-rich blood when you dive. An entire people slowly rebuilt their own anatomy around holding their breath. Evolution took the reflex you have and turned the dial up. So the next time you hold your breath and feel that urgent burn, you can meet it a little differently. It is not the sound of an empty tank. It is a carbon dioxide alarm, going off early, on purpose, to keep you safe. Behind it, your heart is already slowing, your blood is drawing inward, and a reserve you never knew you had is opening up. A quiet piece of you still remembers the ocean. Your body explained. This is Bodyling.